And welcome back, and I hope you spent the time to do that exercise properly. Now that really should take about 45 minutes, maybe an hour. It simply depends upon how much sort of detail that you want to go into it. But if you haven't done that, if you haven't got it filled in, I would suggest that you stop the video now and go and complete that, because I'll still be here when you get back. Okay, all sorted. Now, it's probably a few years since I last did an exercise similar to this one, but it's the very first thing that I did when I went into information marketing in 2009. I spent quite a lot of time trying to work out which was suitable niches for me. And the thing was, it was literally looking me in the face and I couldn't see it. But by actually using a system similar to this one, it did actually clarify my thinking in some considerable way. So this is the worksheet that I've asked you to have a go at. Let's have a look at this. This is mine. I did this literally 2 or 3 days ago, and all I've done is photograph the sheets. So let's look at the things that I'm interested in and the possible niche ideas that come from them. Now, the first one there is astronomy. I have been an amateur astronomer since the age of 14, so I've done a considerable amount of that, and I do know quite a bit about telescopes, I know quite a bit about optics, and I know quite a bit about building astronomical equipment, as well as obviously astronomy. So an obvious one there would be an astronomy guide, print edition or a Kindle edition. Now, I already have got a Kindle edition of my telescope book there, so there's something that I could expand in. And I've also got a Jupiter book, which is an illustrated book on Kindle, and I'll show you those in a later video. I'm also rather keen ballroom dancer, although I don't think that is a great niche for me to actually go into. I would have to do some demonstration videos which would show all the faults up in my technique, so perhaps that's not a good one. Now, DIY is a good one for me because I do quite a lot of DIY, but my background actually is in engineering and building. That to me makes a great deal of sense, so I could produce some DIY project guides. Now, I'm actually quite keen on recycling and sort of green issues and things like that, particularly using household items for a different use. So that's a possible one there, but maybe one for the future. Now, the others are eBay, which I've done quite a lot of eBaying. I've been an eBay seller since 2006, and I've produced a few eBay products. So I'm going to show you some of those products as well. So looking at specific eBay niches is quite a good one for me. Product creation, this is exactly what I'm doing now. Easy IM Startup, in other words, how to start off in information marketing. I produced a guide some considerable years ago on how to do this, and I had a look at it literally a few weeks ago, and it is so grossly out of date that that's obviously shouting at me there. And it may be possible to put together a product on how to start up in information marketing. There's a possible idea. And for many years I was in the wonderful world of children's entertainment, which is known as teaching, and I was a technology teacher. So clearly there's an opportunity there to produce maybe some technology or science guides for use in schools. And I've had this on the back burner for some considerable time and I've not done anything with it. Possibly this is an opportunity to do so. Let's have a look at the things I enjoy doing. Fell walking or mountain walking, dance, which you've seen previously. So I enjoy writing, gardening, but I'm a learner. I started literally about 3 months ago. Socialising, but there's not a great deal of value in that really. You don't need a guidebook to tell you how to go and socialise with people, or at least I hope you don't need one. eBaying and reading, and what possible products could I get out of that? The obvious one is a mountain or a walking guide, and the one that sprung to mind literally last year to this is that I did the Wirral Way twice. I did it from north to south and south to north, and I thought there's a great opportunity there to write a guidebook, because the only one that I know of is about 30 odd years old. The Wirral Way is not difficult to actually follow, so it's more about the environs of the Wirral Way and the villages that you pass close to. I thought that would be a great idea for a guide. There isn't anything at the moment that would actually cover that, and I could use my own photographs in there. Or another idea I thought about, which I'll mention a bit later, is to use pencil sketches. Let's have a look at some of the other things there. Obviously the eBay niche products, that's going to come up time and time again. So container gardening, which is mostly what I've done, but I'm not really a massive expert on that, and I need to have a little bit more experience before I can tell everybody else how to do it. Pencil landscapes, prints and posters, I think there's a great opportunity there. that I really am going to investigate for another little project that I'm working on. Things that I blog and talk about, well, I have had my own blog since 2009, and it's mostly about making money on eBay, product creation, science and technology, walking, and building an online business. It's not just on the blog, it's also on Facebook. So there we go, easy eBay again. Science and technology resources for schools, posters, etc., information packs, things I would like to learn, how to be more successful. Podcasting, building my own car. I want to get into Fiverr gigs, so I could create a video or DVD course, and I mean a digital video one rather than screen capture. I could do a video product on buying and using a telescope. I could do one on podcasting. I'm sure that would be very easy to learn. So if we go to there, I'd like to learn landscape painting. I do have an interest in that. Forex trading and video production, which I've mentioned earlier. Now that brings up possibility there of using iBook creation, which I'm quite interested in doing but haven't got round to it, and Forex trading for beginners. Next one, things people talk about on the forums and social media sites that you visit. Well, to me, it's product launches, product creation, how to do certain tasks, and list building. So what could come out of that? Well, if we look at it, how to launch a product, which is what I'm doing now really. How to create a product quickly, and I will show you how to do a very, very quick product creation. List building basics, learn how to build a blog. All of these are viable niches. And then by looking at my favourite topics, I'm taking myself away from a lot of this sort of stuff, this sort of business related. So if we look at it there, I'm interested in history, but I don't know that I could get a product out of it. Space, I can get some products out of that. I've got to be very, very specific how I actually do that. I do enjoy reading. Well, no one needs a guidebook to tell them how to read something. I'm very interested in the countryside and mountains, and I'm interested in education as well. So mountain print comes to light. Technology guides for schools, maybe worksheets, interactive books, container gardening, which might be something I'll look at next year. And again, interactive books has come up there. So we can see there, for me sitting down for about an hour or so, that I've come up with a whole list of different things. Now, obviously I can eliminate some of them more or less straight away. But what I want to do is, from this lot here, look at the ones in the niche ideas that come up the most frequently, and to write down the top 5 niche ideas here. And then what we're going to do is we're going to do a little bit more of a niche exercise, and we're going to have a look at 2 places. One of them is called ClickBank, which is the home of digital products, and the other one is called JVZoo. And we will find there that there are lots of different categories, lots of different niches, and we can have a look at some of the products there that catch our eye in the particular niches that we've identified as a result of this, but also things that might draw our attention as we're actually browsing the sites. So join me in the next video where I'll be doing exactly the same as yourself. Thank you very much for watching this video. I hope you've enjoyed it, and if you click the subscribe button, you'll be informed every time I release a new video.